Stacy, this week in the county executive, Mark Elrich, introduced his fiscal 2026 capital budget and capital improvement program, and he recommended a budget of $83 million less than his last CIP because of a collapse in revenue from the school impact taxes and the transportation impact taxes. Once again, is this the result of the overall weak Montgomery County economy?
Unequivocally, yes. Listen, the bottom line is that government is really good at creating laws mandating who makes payments to them. And those are the jumbo-sized legislative aids I was referencing earlier. But the reality is that our current government on both county and state levels is really suck at appreciating the market forces that determine whose real income gets impacted by the legislation. Or worse, they know and they don't care. So, you cannot and should not even try to legislate market forces. It's that simple. It's like trying to legislate rainfall, which they, of course, try to do. And Montgomery County has hit developers hard. And so the developers are hitting back even harder by choosing not to build here, which dampens our economic growth. They're going to other jurisdictions where they're prospering. So with the net result, we lose economic viability and population growth. At the same time, the county is holding steadfast to its sanctuary status and absorbing the extraordinary cost of taking care of who knows how many indigent people. That is not a formula for balanced success in this county. So again, people start electing Republicans who have no interest in legislating rainfall, but want to attract and create real rainmakers here.
So, Carrie, Stacy's really hit on the conundrum that exists between the need for housing, and you question that because you say there are 40,000 units in the pipeline, but developers don't want to build unless they're going to make money. The need for affordable housing. So does it surprise you that Montgomery County has the highest impact taxes in the state of Maryland?
No, it's the way we do business in Montgomery County. We have a lot of special interests, and how do we placate them? We steal from the CIP on other projects. We charge them new fees, like for example, what Kristen Mink's offering this week. Now she's going to have a $20,000 fee on teardowns. Okay. And remember, there's a lot of housing units in Montgomery County that are 40, 50, 60 years old. They're in dire need of renovation or tearing down and rebuilding. That's not how you do business. You've got to have a strategy on how we can increase, economic jobs in the county. And after you do that, then you look at the actions that are necessary, like the environment and their transportation, schools, and then you look at housing. We've got time to do this. We don't need to pay for all these things by developers. That's our favorite thing, is to create new impact fees, new excise taxes to deal with every little or every big special interest request that comes along. It's just stupid.
Stacy, let me ask you a question. In real life, you're a realtor. What's the mean price of housing in Montgomery County?
An entry-level home in almost all areas across Montgomery County is going to be $700,000 or greater. And I'm talking about townhouses now, okay, that used to be under that $500,000 threshold. So if you're looking for that buy-up home, you're now over $1 million, and you're looking at anywhere between 1 million to maybe 1.3 million to get into a larger home with a nice yard, 2-car garage. It's crazy.
Well, what I'm seeing also, and Carrie, this goes back to the point that you just made about the proposal from Council Member Mink. In infill neighborhoods where houses are being renovated and houses are being torn down, they're not being sold for $700,000. They're going for $1 million. And who is going to be able to afford it when you add another $20,000 to the cost of housing?
Well, she's trying to, and I understand what she's trying to do. I think that there needs to be a better way. She's trying to address the mansionization of Montgomery County. But that's not the problem. Look, there are hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of houses, or apartments, I should say, and co-ops in Silver Spring that were built in the 40s. You know, they still have knob and tube wiring. Many of these buildings, their brick foundations are cracking. You know, eventually, all these older homes are going to either need to be renovated or torn down and rebuilt.
Wow.
You see where that comes from?
What a conundrum that we base so much of our economic development on impact fees. There's got to be a better way.